I want you to introduce us, but as Aaron Neville. Go.
Alright. Welcome to PHT Café, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Edwin. This is Danny. We are the Realtor Brothers coming to you straight from Orlando, Florida. We own a real estate company in the Central Florida area, and here we are with another show just for you. How you doing, Danny?
I am doing okay.
Why
is your chair higher than mine? You're already taller than me. Why do you have to put your chair higher than mine? What are you trying to prove?
I was actually loving it. I was like, I love just like kind of looking down. I feel like Thanos. Is this Thanos or Thanos? Thanos or Thanos?
I don't know. I don't think that matters.
Does it matter?
No. Because it's a comic book, and when you read something, it can be whatever you want it to be. When I started listening to audiobooks, I quickly realized that I don't know how to read very well at all. Infinity War, how'd you feel about it?
I actually really liked the movie. It was a great movie.
God, you are the only person. Just kidding. It's made more money than any movie ever.
Yeah, it was actually really good. It was a very fun movie.
I don't know how to do it. This is what we grew up on. But yeah. It's all nostalgia. It's all nostalgia.
This is, I get so nostalgic when I drink off of this cup, because when I was a little kid, I used to drink out of cups like this.
But yeah, so Avengers, if you haven't seen Avengers, you should totally watch it. It was super cool. Unless, if you don't like superheroes, don't watch it. Because there's a lot of superheroes in it. Like, a lot.
And if you do like superheroes a lot, maybe don't watch it.
Yeah. Woo. All right, now, so what is the topic?
So today we're going to talk about the different things you should consider before buying a home.
Great topic, and it's specifically in relation to the home itself and not the financial process or anything like that. Just before you start your search for a home, what you should think about so that you know exactly what you're looking for, because there are just a ton of different combinations that you can look for, and we want to make sure that you are focused. You know exactly what you're looking for.
Yep.
And of course, the reason that we want to talk about this is...
What's the reason?
And the reason we decided to do this topic is because a lot of times when we're talking to our buyers, what they want at the beginning of our conversation tends to skew a little bit by the end of the conversation.
We're not going to go into the topic of financing, but we are going to let you know that, of course, the first step to buying a home is to get pre-qualified. Make sure you speak to a lender so you can know your price range, so when you start determining the type of home you're going to buy, you know the value of that home.
Ow! Okay, so we're going to split it up into two different categories. The first is the type of home, and the second is location. Those are the two most important things you have to think about.
Very important.
Before starting your search. So first we're going to do type of home.
Type of home.
So what are the types of homes? Types of homes.
Why? Okay, so there are different... What are you doing? So there are several types of homes out there. Obviously, we have a ton of different types of homes, but we're going to focus on the main three types.
For here in Orlando.
The main types are single-family home, then you have townhomes, and we have condos.
Cool. Okay, so when looking at these three types, you want to think about, firstly, space. So how much space do you need? Do you have a family? Do you have kids? Do you have a dog? How much space, living space, do you actually...
Cat.
Or a cat. Cats don't really affect living space. They don't...
A fish?
If you had a family, let's say 3 kids, a dog, a cat, and a fish, you would need extra space. You'd need a bigger house, which single-family homes definitely have, and as well as townhomes. A condo might not be good for you because a condo definitely has less space in it. It's more like an apartment. For someone like me, who I have a girlfriend and no kids at all, then we actually like smaller spaces. One, because we hate cleaning, and the less there is to clean, the better. We also don't have a lot of stuff, so we don't need a lot of space to put all that stuff. How much storage do you need inside your house? Do you have a giant shoe collection where you keep every single box?
So you know what's a space that's very important to a lot of people, which I was talking to a family in the last couple of days, is entertaining space.
Okay.
With big families and a lot of friends, and maybe the type of business they have to entertain a lot of people in their home, so they think about that extra space. Maybe a screened-in patio, maybe a pool area where they can have gatherings and not take up so much interior space.
Or you could be like me and specifically get a small house so that when people want to party at your house, they're like, but we don't have the space.
There's no space.
Do you have a boat? Do you have four-wheelers or jet skis? A lot of active lifestyles have equipment that comes along with those lifestyles, and if you don't want to pay that extra money for a storage unit somewhere, maybe you want to house it on your land. So in that case, you actually want more land than most houses come with. Obviously, the houses will come with enough land for a backyard or front yard, but maybe you need a little extra space. You need an acre, 2 acres. We have customers who bought 5 acres because they have animals, livestock, things like that.
I had a family that wanted the space to build a big garage in the back because the husband, he works in cars. So he wanted a place where he can go and work on his cars.
That's cool. I work on cars too.
You don't?
I don't. I work from my car sometimes.
Yeah. Probably.
I'm surprised my car's even still running.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that sticker, the oil would never get changed.
The next point to consider when choosing a type of home is the maintenance. How much maintenance do you want to invest time in?
0. I don't want to cut no grass. Grass is stupid.
Yeah,
Grass is stupid. Though I will say, your grass looks so nice now.
It does.
And I'm not pandering. It's lush AF.
If you're like Danny and you don't want any maintenance, you don't want to cut the grass, then obviously you need to consider something like a condo, which is maintenance free. The association takes care of all of that for you, or a townhome, where you might have to do a little bit of yard work in your specific area, but for the most part, all the common areas are also taken care of.
Another thing that people don't really think about a lot is they're like, oh my God, I want a pool so badly.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pools take effort. We recently sold a house that had a pool, and the customer who bought the house got in contact with the seller to say, I think there's a leak in the pool, the water's going down. And the seller had to tell him, no, we had the pool serviced last year, it's not a leak in the pool, but it is 95 degrees outside, so it's probably
It
bad.
evaporates.
And guess what? It turned, water evaporates. How crazy, right?
Yeah, science, huh?
Science.
Weird.
Yeah, and then a tiny cloud developed above the house, and then there was a thunderstorm, and lightning struck the house, and it burnt down.
That wasn't us. What was that? I don't remember that.
No,
I don't remember any of that.
no, that didn't happen.
You too? I like it.
I was trying to do Michael Jackson, but I feel like that was not.
That wasn't.
That was bad.
Who's bad?
Now we're going to go into arguably an even more important point, which is
Location, location, location.
Where did that first start? Saying location 3 times.
I did. I started when I first got my license. The Realtor Association, they interviewed me, and they asked me, what do you think is the most important thing when buying a home? And I said, you know what? Location. Unfortunately, the gentleman wasn't paying attention to me, so he asked me again. He said, sorry, and I said, location. At that particular moment, he got interrupted, and he turned around and again didn't listen to me. So the third time I said, location, and the cameraman said, that is perfect. I love it. Can we use that from now on? Can every single realtor in the whole entire country use that phrase as the most important part of real estate? And I said, no. But they used it anyway.
They used it anyway. A lawyer is going to call us and be like, gentlemen, I think I can get you guys some money. Okay, so we have more points when it comes to location. We have a few more points to go over, so we're just going to dive right into them, right?
Yes, let's dive.
You want to look into school districts and make sure that your kid is in a good school district.
Yep.
Nobody likes dumb people.
Depending on the lifestyle that you live is going to determine very much the location of the property that you should look for.
So think about that.
Champagne wishes and caviar dreams. This is the lifestyle of middle-class Florida.
Do you like a lot of restaurants to be around? Do you
Yes.
want to be able to walk to entertainment? You might want to be closer to downtown in more urban areas.
You might like camping and you want to live near a park that offers camping opportunities, and or you might like the beach. You might love fishing, things like that.
I knew somebody who really wanted to live on the beach. That was it. When they first started, they wanted to live on the beach. I was like, okay, so we're going to start looking at beach homes. Only to realize that the most important thing in this dude's life is his dog. He loves his dog. So what he ended up doing was moving to a high-rise in a very dog-friendly area where you can take your dogs into all the stores and dogs everywhere.
Cool.
There's a dog park across the street. His entire decision changed from living on the beach to living smack dab in the middle of downtown in a high-rise because of the quality of life of his best friend,
Look at that.
his dog.
That's super cool. All about lifestyle.
Bro, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead,
Do you
Brandon.
like driving for an insane amount of time, stuck in traffic forever?
So I'm really weird in this sense. I don't.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
unlike him, just kidding, everybody hates that crap. Work is the place that you go to the most besides your house, so you definitely should consider that commute seriously in your decision on where you're buying your house. Besides just the drive, you also have to incorporate the price of gas, the price of tolls, because
right.
those go into your monthly bills now. So now if you're driving further, if you are paying more tolls, then you have to add that into your monthly expenses that go up the further away you move from your job. Ready? My thing is that when we decide to talk about crime, we went straight to Charlie's Angels. What does that say about us?
not sure.
We didn't even do like Lethal Weapon or
Like
something.
Bad Boys
No,
or
dude,
something.
we went Charlie's Angels. When you find a house that you actually like, it actually helps to contact the local PD, and I don't mean call 911, but maybe go to their website, and they usually have crime statistics, so you can kind of look into that. And that goes both ways. If you want to make sure that there's not a lot of crime going on in your neighborhood, you can check that. If you want to do crime, and you want to make sure that it's going to slide, you can also do that, and make sure that your type of crime is rock and rolling in that neighborhood.
Oh, wait, what? We spoke about location, type of home, and other things that might play into you choosing your next home. And remember, we are, after all, a real estate company. So if you're looking to purchase your next home or sell a property, or you know someone that's looking to buy a home or sell a property, go ahead and contact us, the Realtor Brothers. We're here to help you.
Please, 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 please. And of course, don't forget to snip our snaps, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our podcast.
We have a podcast, y'all.
We do have a podcast, comes out every week. And don't forget to check out PEREZ Home Team.
Not
That was $100
Is that Thanos?
and we'll see you guys next week.
Those Thanos?
That was Thanos. No, this is Thanos.